Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. You know I love you so much. I pray for you as I'm laughing because y'all are crazy. But thank you so much. God bless you. Listen, Whitney Houston blesses us today with the song, I Go to the Rock. This song is so powerful because the bottom line is it lets all of us know that in this life there are moments where life is stressing us, working our last nerve. My good friend Jennifer Jones Austin says every now and then in this thing called life be lifing, people be peopling, and guess what? The math ain't mathin'. And when that happens, it's like life is life and doing what life does. Circumstances are tripping you out. People are peopling and doing what people do, jacking with you, messing with you. And then the math ain't math and ain't none of this making sense. When life is stressing you and working your last nerve, here's what you do. Go to the rock. That's what Whitney Houston sings. I go to the rock. Where? Why? Because at the rock there is security in the midst of my stress. Isn't it good to know that God can secure you. God can hold you. God can make sure that you keep it together when everything around you is going crazy. God can secure you and keep you sane in the midst of the insanity that characterizes what's happening in this nation and in this world. So go to the rock, because in the rock you have security, but wait, in the rock you have shelter. That means that God will cover you. So that which tries to come at you, it's got to go through God to get to you. And if it gets to you, it's because God has a greater purpose and plan, and God can somehow snatch something good out of what was bad. Listen, I go to the rock because in the rock I have security. In the rock I have shelter. I go to the rock because the sovereign God is right there looking out for me. So y'all go ahead and have a blessed day. Have a great one.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 13 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Thursday, April 25th. Here's what's going on in the news. Trump signed a series of executive orders shaking up U.S. education. He is continuing his push to eliminate DEI programs, focusing instead on what he calls merit-based policies for college accreditation. Trump's also rolling back school discipline policies from the Obama era, putting more focus on behavior instead of racial equality or equity. Education Secretary Linda McMahon says it puts power back into the teachers' hands.
It gives teachers the authority now to have discipline in their classroom and discipline the person who is being disruptive.
He's all in on AI, too. That's AI, artificial intelligence, with plans to introduce it to classrooms starting in kindergarten. He was reportedly establishing new initiatives to support HBCUs with increased funding and job opportunities. Now, since Trump is targeting DEIs yet supporting HBCUs, this is leading to mixed reactions from the academic community. They're like, make it make sense. The State Bar of Texas just uninvited NAACP President Derek Johnson from speaking at its June conference on Juneteenth, no less, after the NAACP sued the Trump administration for trying to dismantle the education department. Now, the bar says the lawsuit's too political. Johnson responded by calling the move censorship and irony at its peak. Now, typically, y'all, you get your first measles shot between 12 and 15 months old, and you get your second dose between 4 and 6 years of age. But Texas doctors are switching things up since measles cases have climbed past 600. Now they want babies vaccinated at 6 months. This doctor says the origin is a mystery.
Over the last 2 weeks, we've seen outbreaks where people are coming down with measles and we don't know where they got it from.
Health officials say the virus is spreading fast from El Paso all the way to Oklahoma. For information on these stories and more, go to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What it is, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, NFL Draft goes down. Number 1 pick to the Titans. Expect quarterback Cam Ward out of Miami. Number 2, Cleveland Browns will choose Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter out of Colorado. Number 3, the Giants should pick Abdul Carter, defensive dog out of Penn State. And Jacksonville Jaguars, they got pick number 5, actually, and I'm expecting running back Ashton Genty to go there out of Boise State. Shedeur Sanders, quarterback out of Colorado. This is a mystery, guys. Now, we know he could possibly go somewhere in the first round, but nobody really knows where and who and what, all that good stuff. So this is going to be a surprise tonight. That's going to be the fun part, watching where Shedeur Sanders ends up being drafted to. So stay tuned for that. Shaquille O'Neal had an emergency on set during a live show of the Inside the NBA the other day. He had to go number 2 and couldn't wait while they were live on TV.
The other thing about Kawhi is, you all right, big fella? You all right?
No.
Catching a cramp?
Go ahead, keep talking, Chuck.
Yeah, we're on TV.
I know what we're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's that olive oil you've been drinking.
I know.
Hey, take some matches with you.
I love it.
Hey,
Come
listen,
on,
he
man.
couldn't hold it.
He can't hold it.
After 40, you can't hold it no more.
That's at first.
He can't hold it.
Oh, my God.
Funniest show on TV.
Come on, greatest, man.
Funniest show on TV.
I'm glad they just letting them be themselves and they ain't trying to hold them back, man. I love it. It is what it is. That's my quick sports report right there. Brat got the hot spot up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 29 minutes after the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Kendrick Lamar is leading the 2025 AMA Music Awards this year with 10 nominations, while SZA, Doechii, and more are also up for a few nods. Kendrick is nominated 3 times in the favorite hip-hop song category for Like That with Future and Metro Boomin, Not Like Us, and Luther with SZA. SZA is also tied with Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, and Sabrina Carpenter with 6 nominations each. SZA's nominations include Artist of the Year and Favorite Female R&B Artist. Doechii is up for Social Song of the Year with Anxiety and Favorite Female Hip-Hop Artist. Jennifer Lopez will host the 51st AMAs, which goes down on CBS at 8 p.m. Eastern on May 26th. Voting is open now through May 15th on their website and the AMAs on Instagram. Meanwhile, I'm so glad she's finally saying something. She is speaking out on her podcast, IMO. Michelle Obama is. In a new conversation with Taraji P. Henson, the former First Lady opened up about why she skipped the 2025 inauguration, which ended up being a move that sparked rumors about her marriage. Gary, here's what she had to say.
My decision to skip the inauguration, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. Like, people couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart. Right. While I'm here really trying to own my life and intentionally practice making the choice that was right for me, and it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right, or that was perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me. That was a hard thing for me to do.
Wow.
I'm happy for her, and I'm glad she didn't go. So what? Like, you always got to talk about her and say they doing something. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They're doing great. Michelle Obama said it had nothing to do with Barack and everything to do with setting her boundaries. She also said that after years of being the shock absorber for her family, therapy helped her realize it was time to finally put herself first. Congratulations, Michelle Obama. That is what's up. A lot of us get caught up in that, trying to just be supportive, and we kind of forget who we are.
Reunions, going to funerals, going places where you don't want to go, where you don't feel comfortable, where you don't want to be.
Yes.
And you can be at home, sitting in your backyard, enjoying your doing stuff that you like to do.
Your comfort.
Absolutely.
Yes, your comfort zone. Absolutely. So kudos
7
to
years
her.
free.
Man.
I know exactly what she's talking about.
Me too, and I can appreciate what she's saying. I'm glad she didn't go. I'm glad she put herself first. I understand. She said she was being the shock absorber for her family.
Love that
and
term.
she had to go to me too, and she had to go to therapy. So Y'all need to know that therapy is a great thing. All right, y'all, moving on. Spike Lee cast A$AP Rocky as the main character in his new movie, Highest to Lowest, after he saw memes comparing A$AP to Denzel Washington. However, the casting wasn't just about they wasn't really about the resemblance. Spike Lee says, A$AP, man, he fire. Spike says he's so very happy with the new way that the film turned out, and he's looking forward to sharing it with the world. The movie is a remake of the 1963 Japanese film High and Low. Denzel Washington plays the Titan music mogul who's known for having the best ears in the business, but he's targeted with the life or death ransom plot. Highest to Lowest also stars Ice Spice. So this is going to be a very interesting movie, and I cannot wait to see it. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely positively cannot use. And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. Come on now, the time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time, 10 minutes before the top of the hour. Y'all, Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
What up, Rick? I want y'all to make sure y'all follow me on my Instagram at SpecialK913. Got great things going on starting tonight, all through the weekend. Read all about it. And follow me at SpecialK913. And, today's news is brought to you by the good people at Bofa. The good people over at Bofa.
Nope.
Come on, Rock. Bofa. Nope. Both of these. All right. Look, so we talked about last week we were talking about the R&B Mount Rushmore. All the great R&B love song singers. But here's what we didn't talk about. Here's what we don't talk about. Why we'll never talk about why all the best R&B love song singers can't hold on to a relationship. Alfreda's.
Yeah.
Why? Why can I not do that?
I mean,
Super Dave, give me some appropriate music. I got receipts.
Okay.
Let's start with Neo. We just played his beautiful song, Show Me. Mm-hmm. Well, Neo, what have you shown us? You shown us that you got more holes than a Home Depot garden department. Yeah. Man. Brian McKnight. How about Brian McKnight? You're the only one for me. His biggest song. You're the only one for me, but you've been married twice and got a baby mama before that. So apparently she ain't the only one. How about Joe? All the things your man won't do, like put a ring on it. Because he ain't got no wife. Ain't never had one.
Say that.
How about, Alfreda's, how about Kenny Lattimore? For You. Maybe the wedding song of the millennium.
Yeah.
For You, he said to Shantae Moore, until he filed them divorce papers and married the judge that signed them, Judge Faith.
Shut up.
I you didn't sign him.
How about Maxwell? Damn, Alfreda's, how about Maxwell? This Woman's Work, Pretty Wings, Lifetime, but you know what he ain't had in his lifetime?
What?
A wife? He never been married. How about Genuine? Remember his song Differences?
Yeah.
Another great wedding song of the millennium. I'm telling you, thugs cry real tears when they hear that. But guess what? He left Soleil and got 7 kids with 4 different baby mamas. Usher, we all love Usher, but he tried to tell y'all, you make me want to leave the one I'm with. And that's pretty much what he does. About every 3 or 4 years, he get him a new one. All right. How about Eric Benet? Spend My Life With You. Yeah. Great wedding song again. Yeah. He spent about 4 days being married to Halle Berry. Wow. That wedding was shorter than the NBA Finals.
Spend my week with you.
Pretty much spend my weekend with you. Babyface, where will you go? Away from you and into the arms of primetime. That's what his wife did. Oh. All right. How about Lionel Richie and Diana Ross? Endless Love. They got 4 marriages between them. Come on now. Jodeci, Forever My Lady. Ain't none of their ass married.
Ain't none of them.
None of them are married. Wow.
I don't think so. Oh,
they got all the love songs. All of them. Wow.
Yep. And finally, Keith Sweat, Let's Make It Last Forever. Unless it's that marriage to Lisa Wu. That was about 10 years, and I'm out of here. All right, so yeah. Follow me at Special K913 for more receipts on all the love song singers that can't stay in love.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 5 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tina Knowles, the beautiful mother of Solange and Beyonce Knowles, y'all, is laying it all outside, baby, with her brand new memoir, Matriarch, y'all. Now, it's officially dropped on April the 22nd, y'all, and in the deeply personal book, the powerhouse, honey, behind two of music's most iconic singers get candid, honey, about one of the darkest periods, y'all, of her life, which happened, y'all, while her beautiful, famous daughter Beyonce was pregnant with her first child, Blue Ivy. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the celebrity glamour also confesses, y'all, to having a few sneaky links, honey, with her ex-husband Matthew, shortly, y'all, after the pair filed for divorce back in 2009. Now, during the interview with People, now, Miss Tina, she spoke out and she said some things, and she opened up, y'all, about the emotional toll that weighed on her when internet bullies, y'all, listen to this, spread that vicious rumor about Beyonce faking her pregnancy with Blue Ivy back in 2011. Now, they're saying that the momager and former hairdresser said a feeling of dread, honey, washed over her after a viral video appeared to show Beyonce's pregnant belly, y'all, flattening out, honey, as she sat down during the interview with an Australian media outlet. Now, they're saying that the rumors eventually spiraled out of control until little Blue Ivy, y'all, was born back in 2012, y'all. And I remember that when that happened too, and a lot of people saying too, honey, how when allegedly Beyonce them shut the whole burn unit down, honey, at a hospital so little Blue Ivy could be born, honey. So, it was really out there. Miss Tina said that hurted her, and she also admitted, y'all, the experience was especially difficult because she felt silence. She said Beyonce believed that speaking to the press would only make things worse, so Miss Tina had to keep it all to herself, y'all. And she said even today when rumors spread about her family, y'all, it can be painful to watch, but she's learned, honey, how to cope, better when those issues arise. Now, she also said this week, and a lot of people was concerned about this here, she spoke out in Matriarch, and it includes, y'all, that bombshell confession, honey, centered on her wonderful ex-husband, Mr. Matthew Knowles, honey. Back, they were married, y'all, from 1980 to 2011. Now, they said inside the book, y'all, Miss Tina, honey, who shares Beyonce and her sister, Solange, which we all know and love Solange, honey, with the record executive, because Matthew Knowles was a record executive. She admitted, y'all, to this, y'all, this is touching. She admitted to quietly, y'all, reconnected with Matthew Knowles several times, honey, before divorce was officially finalized. She said after filing for divorce back in 2009 due to Matthew's infidelity, she said Matthew, honey, revealed that she briefly, y'all, reconsidered her decision when her ex-husband visited her in New York City just 3 months after she filed for divorce. Now, according to Miss Tina, she said Matthew seemed to be making an effort to change, which gave her a moment. Now, she also wrote, honey, that she began, and this is sad, she began sneaking around town, y'all, with Matthew without anybody knowing. She said Beyonce and Solange didn't know, y'all, she was sneaking with Matthew for almost a year. She said, but in 2010, honey, she came clean about the hidden rendezvous, honey, after a close call while the girls were in Galveston for Mother's Day. They nearly ran into Matthew, y'all, that he was sneaking away from her beautiful mansion, honey. And a lot of people said, does a Omega man, a Q-Dog, have that much power on a woman? Because this woman had divorced him, and she was still sneaking with him. Ricky?
I don't know about it. Well, man, you can't turn love on and off like a light switch.
Oh, you
can't? You know what I'm
saying?
saying? You can break up with somebody, they could do you dead wrong, but that don't mean you don't love them, and sometimes you just be weak to that. And sometimes, you got kids together, you got all these years together, you want to try to figure out if I can get my family together, because that was a family. He wasn't no rendezvous. They had a whole family. They got kids, they have grandchildren together. So, sometimes it's just, good to try to make your marriage work, but if it don't work out, it don't work out. But at least she can say that she did not try.
Yeah, but
she did try to make it work.
Yeah, she tried to make it work, though. But, I mean, honey, he went on ahead and cheated and all that stuff. I don't know if I could have went back to him after all that, honey. That's not a good look, honey. But I guess, like you said, she was weak, and she did love her husband. She tried to make it work, though. But I feel so bad.
When you in love, you be messed up. You make bad, dumb decisions when you in love.
Oh, really?
You be in love with the wrong person and just have you out here strung out. Yeah, like drugs.
What? Well, I guess
you know that.
Gary, you've never been in love.
You went over to another dude's house.
Oh, Rick.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess. Well, let me go to the next story.
Please.
Moving on.
People trying to.
Well, I didn't think about it like that, Ricky. Golly. Hell, you have to break it down like that.
Yeah. Nobody want to think about it.
but it was. I guess it was love or infatuation.
And seeing all them meat missiles.
Oh, Jesus, I'm finna go to the color here. The color today, honey. Honey. No, you're not finna put me out there like that, honey. I mean, that
Too late. Way too late.
You asked.
Well, I thought, but that's a different kind of love with them. They was married. I wasn't married here, so that ain't the same, honey.
When they find the phone, Rick, when they find the phone. Meat missiles. What in there?
No, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Don't say it again.
No, Lord.
Did you have the color?
Yeah, let me do the color hair. The hell
Other
it is.
M&M.
The color today, honey.
He have his glasses on. He have his glasses on, so he thought it was downtown Atlanta. He said, why Atlanta only had one building?
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, guys, is peach sorbet. On the high end, you say peach sorbet, and on the low end, you say pink, honey. For more stories, and and this, had to go to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can follow me on GaryWDTA.com. All right, baby, y'all not gonna do that.
He said, what are other buildings? Is that Buckhead? All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up calls. Y'all get in there right now. 8669 Ricky. Here we go.
Here we go. Get it together. Hey, Savage. Hey, B. Come on. Wake it up.
This is Brenda Wilson calling from Cleveland, Ohio. I want to do a wake-up call to my girlfriend, Rayetta, Teresa, the St. Mark Baptist Church, and Rickey Smiley. We love you.
Love you.
Have a good day.
You too.
South Carolina. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Tony. I'm calling from St. Petersburg. I want to wake up my twin boys, my daughter, and my beautiful wife. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is Sabrina calling from Tampa, Florida. I would like to wake up my grandson, Demarie. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's go. We love you, Ricky.
Mario.
Let them know. Come on. Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up. In Detroit, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up. Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brat.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Unfiltered,
Unapologetic.
it's just real talk.
Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
All right, y'all, this is the bottom of the hour, y'all. We saw a disturbing video. Anybody have the news on that? There was a big fight that broke out at a school where they literally jumped this teacher. And it is just absolutely heartbreaking. I'm going to post a video on RickySmileyMorningShow.com and post it on my Instagram. It is just absolutely sad. I don't know the backside of the story, but I do know this. Ain't no kids nowhere in no school have any business putting their hands on the teacher. And period, point blank, no matter what that teacher said or did or whatever he did something, go home and tell your mom. If he said something, go home and tell your mom, tell the principal. But the way these teachers was jumped in the hallway at school was absolutely disturbing. Anybody have any news? What city it was?
It was outside of it.
Go ahead,
outside of Atlanta, MLK High School. Actually, not that far from where I live. And yeah, some of the backstory, according to some of the kids' accounts, was that the teacher had said something about the boy's mama. Now I don't know in what context it was or whatever, but the attack was way over the top.
I tell you
way
what,
over the top.
I tell you what, I bet the teacher didn't roll out of bed and decide to say, hey, I'm going to go talk about little Junebug mama today.
Yeah, I don't know whether he just mentioned, I don't know what it was, but nothing called for that.
They said something to that teacher, and he probably retaliated if that's what he said. Whatever. I don't know teachers to be out here doing stuff like that. The kids intentionally probably got roasted back and didn't like what the teacher said, and then they decided to put their hands on it. And I have never in my life thought that I would grow up and become a man and live in a society where we would see stuff like this. Because when I tell you, I was scared of Aline Avery and Miss McNeil and Coach Jones and Coach Critton. and Miss Easley, you know, I was scared of them. I'm not finna say nothing back to Miss Carson or Miss Dennis. None of them. And some of them are dead and gone. And just a thought of putting, and Miss Avery used to make me real mad. That's when we had a love-hate relationship. Couldn't stand her when I was in her class, man, but ended up being one of my best friends on this earth when I became an adult, and I became one of her caretakers or whatever. And
Rick, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you think has changed with the culture of our generation,
parents,
where we were afraid to even talk back in a tone toward a teacher or a coach or a principal?
Because a lot of situations, parents are being friends with their kids, and sometimes parents are being friends with their kids to overcompensate for what they are lacking. Like sometimes the mother ain't there, or the father ain't there, or you know, whatever the lack of. If they have some issues in their childhood, we so busy trying to give kids what we did not have, as opposed to giving them what we had. And if you like the way you turned out and you like who you are, then give kids what you had. The same discipline and the same structure still work. And when I tell you I'm so old school in my house, and you can see where the problems come from, because even in correcting my children, we make good videos. So why you got to show good videos of me and my kids all the time? Why I can't show the correction? To show how well, your kids are so, everybody that got off the airplane when we flew to Orlando, and I had my children and my grandchildren on the plane, and people will say they have never seen so many kids. These kids are the most well-mannered kids I ever seen. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. When the lady come to offer peanuts or give them a coloring book or whatever, thank you. And the flight attendants pulled me to the side and said, I ain't never seen kids like this. We do flights to Orlando all day. Ain't never seen nothing like this. No iPads. Didn't even have to have an iPad. Like that kind of stuff, that kind of discipline, instruction. And we are scared to administer it because we're afraid that the kids are not going to like us.
Right.
And nobody cares about whether they like you or not because they don't pay any bills. It's good to have a great relationship with the kids. But where are the consequences? I never would have put my hands on Mr. McClaney. Wow. I never would have put my hands on Margaret B. Little or Rosa P. Haynes. Never. You couldn't pay me no matter what they did to say. Miss Avery used to talk about your mama. She said, Miss Avery, that's so ugly. Somebody said your shoes ugly. She said your mammy bought them. And what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
You ain't really gonna go home and tell your mama, because your mama said you shouldn't have started cracking, trying to be funny. That's how you got that backlash. How dare any kids put their hands on you? And y'all better talk to y'all kids. Whatever. I was an education major, and you can pay me. And that's why a lot of teachers are quitting. A lot of teachers are just have given up on kids because some of them are scared for their life. There's a lot of great administrators out there, a lot of people that could be teaching that don't want to teach because the kids are not afraid of anyone. There are no consequences.
Well, that may change because Trump has a new initiative where he's bringing discipline back to the schools, back to the teachers, putting it back in their hands. But people are concerned because black kids wind up getting suspended more than white kids for the same stuff. You know, Obama kind of rolled that back. Obama started an initiative where you looked at racial bias to make sure that black kids weren't being, disciplined harder than white kids. So that's the only issue with that. And, you know, there are schools where you can still get paddled in the South. There's like 17 states that still allow paddling at schools.
Yeah, and I tell you, that paddling, it worked for me because I was one of those kids that needed to have my ass whooped. And Coach Critton and Mr. Bonner, rest in peace, and Miss Rosa P. Haynes, Margaret B. Little, they swung that paddle, and was unapologetic about it, and it made me the man that I am. We're going to be talking about it in West Trend. The more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Yes, sir, Black Tony, where you at this morning, man?
Oh, Rick, this Darius Bradford.
Darius, what up, boy?
What's up, man?
You outside?
No, I'm excited because I figured out what it was.
No, I said you outside. Are you outside trying to come in?
No,
you filling in for Black Tony?
I ain't made it that close. I ain't got that close yet. Man, I ain't made but I'm telling you, Rick, things are finna change because I'm understanding what the situation is. And, you learn through other people. And I was looking at what Shannon Sharp was going through, Rick.
Right.
They talking about them younger girls, and I'm here to tell y'all, the devil work on both sides because older women ain't no better, man. And I realized that this older situation stressed me because, man, I would have been there, but this lady done took her damn keys because she was mad because I put the sugar in the refrigerator.
What?
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, because they set in their ways. They think these young girls got ways. Older women, they'll leave you for anything. I couldn't get the car today because I put the sugar in the refrigerator. She woke up mad, talking about that's how you make coffee cold.
But they were her keys?
She got her car keys and she wouldn't let me use because she had an attitude because I grew up poor and we put our sugar in the refrigerator because roaches like sugar.
Oh, that's why you put the sugar in the refrigerator. We never had to put the sugar. We had those Tupperware containers, the camouflage color.
We ain't hide that, man. We ain't hide that, none of that. I mean, just listen, Rick. Let's just stick with middle age because it's bad at the bottom and top. Do you know this lady got mad at me the other day because I left the basement light on? Talking about that's how you run up electricity bill. One damn light.
So why you left the basement light on?
Because the switch down there, the switch is in the basement. So once you cut that light off, it'll be dark. And I'm not going up there in that dark like that.
I swear. I know what you're talking about. The damn switch is at the bottom.
The switch is at the bottom.
And it feels like when you're going up the steps, like somebody behind you.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you that, especially and my granddaddy died in that. Man, when your granddaddy died, man, all I be thinking about is he down there.
I swear to God, that's the truth. That's the truth.
It's just, I'm getting it together. This lady is really petty, and Shannon need to just date different. She got mad at me because I'm trying to help, and I put her laundry in a dryer, and she talking about something. Don't dry her stuff because I don't know what. Now I shrunk her brassieres and her bra and her expensive bra. She's so damn mad talking about it's time for me to go. And I was like, why are you so mad about somebody shrinking your bra? And she's talking about that's why I'm so uptight.
Oh my God. So you supposed to be filling in for Black Tony. You ain't coming to work because you staying with an OG.
An OG that's too petty. Just put you off of anything talking about something. How do I leave the corner of the rug flipped up knowing that I flipped it? I said, Rick.
Did she have that runner in the hallway that she turned upside down to stick the bottom of your feet?
Let me tell you something. That runway and then that runway take you right from the front door to the kitchen.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, people, there's so much still going on with this Shannon Sharp story, honey. And I'm telling you, people are coming up with their own opinions. And some people are saying things, and some people saying we might be being tricked, y'all. But it's interesting, y'all. Now, there's a story out there saying, y'all, that a lot of people say that they think all this mess, y'all, with Shannon Sharp, that little girl that looks like a finger, honey, and the whole That's My Shay mess, they said the video and all that, they said it's orchestrated, y'all, to quiet those rumors about Shannon Sharp's lifestyle. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Shannon Sharp is too black, y'all, to pull the typical DLYN movement, honey, by randomly, y'all, popping up with a baby. So they say he had to release the audio, honey, from an elderly sex tape and get fake sued, y'all, by some girl represented by a courtroom justice by the name of #Mr. Tony Busby. Now, they're saying the most unserious person in all of law. Now, because they say, who in the world, y'all, who in the entire world, y'all, will turn down a $10 million payoff? That's the question that people ask, which $10 million is not much of when you could get $50 million, but they're saying, who would turn that down? So some people saying they think this is really not real. Now, they said Mr. Sharp, honey, may have never even had those thoughts before. They said, but the optics of him, y'all, are that of a sassy uncle. Now, they're saying in the sports world, they say you can't be successful and having, this is what they put, have a home of sexual or even be home of sexual presenting. Now, they say not if you want to keep the bag. Now, they're saying, y'all, they remember that stylist that Shannon Sharp used to be parading around with. They say then when the people noticed him, they said that stylist, honey, disappeared. So they say now people just saying, y'all, that they don't think, that this is really real. They're saying that Shannon may be plotting this or putting this out there, and they say he's giving us a big stunt. So
you think so? What you think?
Well, I believe it or not, at one point I was kind of thinking about that. I was saying, is this just really a stunt? But I mean, it's kind of really, it's kind of real serious though. But you just never know.
Why would you humiliate
Did y'all talk about that on Dish Nation? And if you did, if so, what was your spin on it?
No, we didn't talk about it on Dish Nation. If we talk about other stuff, they said this is probably not important. It's probably too black or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. So
why would you purposely humiliate yourself like that though?
Yeah, honey. Yeah.
That's a whole lot of humiliation right there.
Yeah, so it's a whole lot of but you got to remember though, like they said, with Shannon Sharp being a big sports player or a former sports player and stuff like that, sometimes when people don't want that lifestyle put upon them like that, you got to do something. So, honey, let me just do this, maybe allegedly, and this could quiet it down, though. So it's interesting. It is definitely interesting to follow, though, but it's a sticky situation, though. I mean, Rock T, you the sports genius. What you think about sports players doing something like that?
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that, bro. That's a lot, like you say, a lot of humiliation to go through for that. You can come up with a different plan.
Yeah, but just to prove a point.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
But people do crazy things.
I don't know
just
why
to
she
prove
was
a
charging
point.
$25,000 a cheek. Them ain't no cheeks.
I know that's what people were saying, honey.
Little damn armrest.
Okay, and they were saying, honey, he should have turned her around.
Someone $25,000 a cheek or whatever. When I saw them cheeks twisted up and sizzled with showing a little butt in the mirror. $25K for that, for them cheeks.
Yeah.
Man, please.
But hell, 25 wasn't really that much though. I mean, with her being an online person, a person like that, but honey,
man, you can get some better cheek for $25 and not even each.
I guess so, honey. So
I mean, if you're gonna pay for, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't understand. I don't understand the internet just going crazy right now.
They're going crazy with it and stuff. And I mean, with him, I don't know. It's just a sad situation, though. And, he apologized to his family and friends and what have you and stuff.
Do y'all think that's going to ruin this opportunity at ESPN?
I think ESPN is going to do a thorough investigation, and they're going to wait to see what happens if this thing goes to court or not. I don't think they're going to pull the plug on them soon, fast. They're going to wait and see.
I don't know, honey. With him being an African in America, honey, you get the plug pulled quickly. So I don't know about them going to, because when those white women start getting out there protesting saying you're a rapist and how dare you put him on TV, he's going to be out. So you're going to see so, honey. But nevertheless, we're going to keep our parties lifted up in prayer. And while we praying, y'all, for Mr. Smith, y'all, honey, Mr. Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, y'all, broke his silence, honey, on Shannon Sharp's explosive, honey, sexual assault lawsuit. And here's what Mr. Smith had to say.
I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharp, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person.
Yeah, he don't know that person, but honey, I guess he probably gonna stay far away as he can from that situation. Though, I mean, it's a lot of people saying, why would he let his lawyer put stuff out there like they put these tapes out and stuff when he could have just
So his
stayed
lawyer put out what tape?
The tape that let the people know about what she was saying and whatever.
So his lawyer put out the phone conversation?
Yeah, because
I think he's trying to get ahead of it.
Well, you can't get ahead of it.
Trying to disarm them.
Exactly.
So when they come out with something, it ain't going to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but honey,
kind of put it out there so you ain't got nothing hanging over my head.
Yeah, well,
but he said he's doing a what do you call it? He's filed a lawsuit also.
Yeah, he what is it? He
countersuit.
Yeah, countersuit. Yeah, he's doing a countersuit. But I mean, It's just a sad situation, though. But, people are talking about it, and people saying, when he was advising to leave them little young girls alone, he said don't be talking about my age. He said, I want to date my wage. And I know she don't make what he make.
Date my wage.
He said he wanted to date his wage, baby. He paid for that.
Wage don't make a fine.
Yeah, well,
Be a billionaire don't have no neck.
Nah, huh?
Sitting there trying to put a hickey on Jabba the Hutt. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Well, honey, he said he want to date his wage, so I guess so. She must be his wage, but nevertheless, she gonna have that 50 if she get it, so she'll be close to him, honey, with her $50 million.
I don't think she gonna get it. I don't know.
She gonna get something. She ain't getting 10. She won't get the 10 that she was offered. She probably get a lot more money. You got to remember, honey, she's not of African descent.
You know, he filed a countersuit now. She might end up paying some money. It just depends on what happens. We don't know what the evidence is, and there hasn't been no court case.
Yeah, but look at all the players that have went through all this stuff. They said it was only one. Now, I don't know if it was more than one, but they said only one African-American man that got away with a situation like that. His name was Kobe Bryant. When Kobe and that woman, honey, in that hotel room and that thing, honey. And, honey, Kobe, the reason why they accepted Kobe back, because he apologized to the beautiful Miss Vanessa Bryant publicly and made that right. And, honey, that's how he got away with it, allegedly. So we're going to keep him lifted up in prayer, and we're going to see how this all turn out, because love is love wherever you get it. All right, the Kalua today is one of my favorite Kalua. My Kalua today
that's how you going to end that.
That's how I end it. Peace sorbet. On the high, you say peace sorbet, and on the lunch, you say beautiful pink. That's your Kalua for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T if you would.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, this morning, man, we got a legend joining us, a true icon in music, film, and business. From Straight Outta Compton to Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love. West Coast General Ice Cube.
Hey,
Cube, what up, Mike?
What's up with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. Happy to have you, man. Brat, there your boy.
What up, Cube?
Brat, tat, tat, tat. What's up?
Yay. Good. Congratulations, man. Last week you submitted your legacy in the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Let's go.
Yes, and we are so excited for you. I mean, when you took a step back and took it all in, what was that moment like for you? What did it mean?
Right.
Oh, man, it felt like, some movie star stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
you are a movie star, bro. What do you say?
But look, only a certain few got handprints in front of the Chinese theater. I got a chance to put the Chuck Taylors in the concrete out there. So it's a beautiful thing. Everybody don't get the hands in the cement. So it felt nice. Felt great.
You deserve it, Cube. You deserve it, bro. Man.
And you put on so many people, too.
Yes.
Yeah, you put on so many people, and congratulations on your 40th anniversary in entertainment. And we hear you are hitting the road. You know what happened last time we did a show with Ice Cube in Miami.
Come on, dog.
Yes, sir. Decades of Attitude Tour. What is your favorite part about being on tour, and what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, man, just rocking the crowd. Like, I've been doing this since I was 14. Started rapping in 85. Actually wrote my first hit song in 85, which is Boys in the Hood. It was recorded by Eazy-E. But this is the fun part. A lot of us got into, rapping because it was fun. It was a hobby. Didn't know we was going to make no money at it. And I look up, it's 40 years and went by. It's time to do a big major tour.
Yes.
It's time for the big production and to celebrate 40 years of, good music, from Straight Outta Compton to Man Down, everything in between, and then presented in a way that I don't think people have seen me this way since Up in Smoke Tour. Wow. So it's going to be fun.
So, Mr. Cube, with 40 years in entertainment, so if you were to go back in time and get one do-over, what would it be?
A do-over?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like I've had a great career, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to do nothing over because it might change everything. So let's let it happen exactly how it's happened. Hopefully I can land in this spot exactly where I am, and it's all part of the journey.
Hey, man, I like frustrated Ice Cube because the last time we had frustrated Ice Cube, we had no Vaseline. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I just need Ice Cube to get frustrated one more time.
That's the greatest diss record of all time. I just have to ask you, man, how's the Big Three going?
It's going great. Starting June 14th, and we're in cities now. So the teams are firmly planted. Of course, we want to grow and expand past 8 teams to 12 to 16 and keep it moving. But this is a new day for the Big Three. We done signed some great people. We done signed Dwight Howard, Kemba Walker, Montrezl Harrell. And, we got the OGs playing that's been playing, from Joe Johnson, Mike Beasley. A lot of ballers that's coming out. This season going to be the best season yet, by far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kim, you got to come back on and talk about just that. We talk about it all the time on this show.
Appreciate it, man. We really need the support. This is a league that I think a lot of people dig, man, and love for various reasons. And we want to fan them flames. So anything you need, man, you need me to hop on the flight, I come out right now.
Let's go.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay, go. So, Cube, everybody's always wondering what's up with another Friday sequel. Last Friday. Now, recently, Mike Epps said there is finally some traction, and it's in the works. Have y'all started the writing process and the casting process?
We have started the writing process, not the casting process yet. It's all about the script. The script got to be right. Then you hire the right people. They'll take it to the next level for you.
Man, I tell you, man, God is just good because, the fact that we still alive. We lost several actors, from Friday. Bernie Mac, John Witherspoon, Tiny Lister, Yvette Wilson, Ronaldo Ray, and A.J. Johnson, So rest in peace to all of those people that have contributed to the Friday movies, man. Those are classics, will always be classics. And I want to personally say thank you for the opportunity you gave me. You put on so many people, man.
My sister, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You really put on a lot of people, Q, for real.
Absolutely.
Well, it happened to me. John Singleton discovered me in 1990. I wasn't thinking about acting. I was just trying to be the best rapper in the world. And he came and he saw something in me. So Dr. Dre, these are people who put me on into the game. So I always felt that if I see somebody with true talent, I might not have a project for them today, but I am thinking about them all the time. And when the right project come along, hopefully I can bless them with a good part. The key is that the part match the person.
Right.
Sometimes somebody could be super funny, but if this character really is not this person, they can't have a role. It's about encompassing these characters.
That
casting.
Like
Ricky was able to do with the Santa Claus.
Right.
Friday after next, at the time he encompassed that character, and it was just perfect. He just fit into it like a glove. So
he said Bobby Brown and a got Santa Claus suit.
that tree.
Man,
Ricky was so tired of getting hit with that tree.
Man, y'all.
Like, man, I'm a comedian, man. Damn, y'all. Damn, man.
Hey, man, y'all knocked the wind out of me like 2 times. I'm like, man, they had the wind out of me since football. Like, damn.
How many times you had to do that take? How many times you had to do that scene?
About 12.
He forgot how he whooped me with that tree. And earlier in the movie we shot it, man, he whooped me with that tree. I said, man, boy, it was my turn.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe that was over like 20 years ago. Is that like 20 years?
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's been forever. We've been fighting to do these sequels, and, finally it's here. I almost can't believe it. How you've been gripping on something so hard trying to hold it. Right. When you got it, your hand can't even open no more. I'm still gripping. I'm still, I'm trying to, feel like I'm fighting for the movie, but I finally got it. When I say got it, it's being able to do it the right way. You want to give people what they expect.
Right.
And so you got to fight for that in Hollywood, or they'll just throw you anything, thinking that you're just happy to make a movie.
Well, we are so excited, man, and cannot wait for it to come out. We got more coming up with Ice Cube. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we are back with the legendary Ice Cube, and we're talking about the return of what everybody's excited about, the sequel to Friday. Go ahead, operators.
This was like 20 years ago. How do you feel about stuff from the movie being so iconic today? Like, there is not a person who doesn't know the phrase "Bye, Felicia" and who hasn't used it. Like, how does that feel?
It's like what we set out to do. When I say we, it's me, DJ Pooh, F. Gary Gray, Chris Tucker, John Witherspoon. Like, we wanted I grew up on hood classics like, Cooley High, Car Wash, and, Uptown Saturday Night, and Let's Do It Again. These are, like, to me, what we were trying to do. We wanted one. We wanted a movie that people was going to be quoting and can watch over and over and over and over again. So it's kind of like mission accomplished when it comes to, having a great hood classic.
Man, my favorite line out of all the Friday movies.
Man, oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that was
It's
funny
so
as
many,
hell.
though. It's so many.
Come on.
I understand what you're saying when you say you're trying to protect it and make sure that whatever script
It's
you get,
done right.
that it's done the right way, because it'll be watered down like them green beans in Golden Corral.
That's for real, man. We don't want to do that, man. We want to do something. We want to keep it going. Keep
the roots.
The iconic line. Yeah, exactly. And so, you got to protect it and, make sure that, people are getting, what they want out of this. We all been waiting this long. We got to be right.
And I have to ask you this before you go. We want to say congratulations to your son, man. How proud are you of your son, bro? He killing it.
Killing it.
Through the roof. Ain't nothing like your kids, kind of taking it and running with it. Whenever you set up something and they take it and run with it, it's always a proud feeling. And he definitely running with it. He loves everything that he's doing when it comes to the movies and TV. And, he got his podcast. He into the wrestling. He's just having a ball with it. And that's cool, because my experience in not only Hollywood, but entertainment, it was like coming up the hard way. We was getting a lot of resistance, as far as the records. So it was kind of like a fight to get through. But with him, he just been like living the dream.
That's what's
man,
up.
you lucky. I wish my daddy was Ice Cube.
Right. He got it made. Doing his thing.
He rolling.
Yes.
Hey, man, I have to tell you, man, we are so excited about your Truth to Power 4 Decades of Attitude Tour. Make sure everybody go to livenation.com and get your tickets today. We're going to be there. We coming to support you, Hugh.
Absolutely.
We will be there.
Yes, sir. And I know Dub C coming, right?
Yeah, Dub C got it. You know he coming.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he just bought him 20 fresh pair of Chuck Taylors. So,
yes. Come on, Crip, walk it on out in the
There
A.
you go.
Let's go.
We are so proud of you, man. Make sure you stop by when you get in the city with the big three and let everybody know how they can follow you.
Oh, man, just go to, icecube.com. You can see everything. They'll show you all my socials. You'll get everything, all the news. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll get it every week, everything we doing. Appreciate you, man. Much love and respect to everybody at the Rickey Smiley Morning Show and everybody listening to my voice.
Yeah.
Salute.
Now, we appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the legendary Ice Cube. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time, 11 minutes the hour, y'all. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
What up, Rick? What up, everybody? Good to be with you this morning.
Happy to have you.
Man, listen, your president just keeps trying to find more people to fight with. And I don't know. I have the feeling that he may have met his match with Harvard University as the president is holding back $2 billion in federal aid from Harvard University. Harvard is taking them to court. And this is going to be huge. I also think it's interesting that when you think about it, he's holding back $2 billion from a university that has $300 billion in an endowment. A university that is older than the United States. And has an alumni that is just unbelievably powerful. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this fight goes from a legal standpoint and also from the standpoint of this institution really spurring other universities, especially private universities, to push back against the president as he tries to sign more executive orders as it relates to accreditation and other issues within the Department of Education. So we'll see what happens there. The second thing is, listen, I know we have to be very careful how we talk about politics these days, but I'm really excited, Rick, about the candidacy of Ras Baraka for governor in New Jersey. And I don't care where you live. I just think this story is incredible. A brother who, if anybody knows Black history, you know Amiri Baraka. And Amiri Baraka was an unbelievable artist and activist, was part of the Gary, Indiana 1972 Black Convention, and just a stalwart in our culture. And his son, Ras Baraka, who I met back in the 90s as a hip-hop activist, was a principal in Newark, became mayor of Newark, and now is running for governor. And I just think, Rick, as we start talking about what leadership looks like, it reminds me of when Randall ran for mayor in Birmingham. It reminded me when Governor Moore ran for governor in Maryland. And it's just a similar story, and I'm excited about it. So I'm not endorsing any candidacy. I'm saying if we want to keep lifting models of leadership, I'm excited about this run that Raz is making for governor. And the last thing before I get out of here, because anybody that knows me knows that I am from Cleveland. And all I'm saying is, don't nobody want to see the Cavs.
You're right about that, dog.
Don't nobody want to see the Cavs.
Yeah. What's the name? Shooting lights
listen,
out.
Man, the whole team plays like a team.
Yeah.
I think it is the best team in the NBA. Now, that don't mean you always going to win, but I'm just saying I'm just repping my city, my team. We had game 2 last night. It's early, but I'm just saying, y'all, don't nobody want to see the Cavs in 7 games.
Let's go.
Let's get it, dog. I can't even argue against that, dog. They balling. They balling, bro.
For real.
Yes, sir.
And that I appreciate. Y'all hit me at Just Nation on IG. Love y'all. Have a fantastic Thursday. Good weekend. I'll see y'all next week.
Deal is part of McValue 2. It means you can do more than ever with your McDonald's money.
News headlines,
Entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. Y'all front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Hey, Ricky, it's Thursday, April 25th. Here is what's going on in the news. President Trump might be eating crow after getting a reality check from the CEOs of Walmart, Target, and Home Depot. Now, Target and Walmart are already feeling the heat from boycotts tied to their support of Trump's anti-DEI stance, and now they're facing another challenge, tariffs. They warned him. Empty shelves and higher prices are coming if he doesn't ease up on those 145% tariffs on China. Trump is now walking it back, saying the final number won't be anywhere near that. Tesla is feeling it too. Revenue is down over $3 billion. Now, Musk is blaming factory upgrades, but tariffs are not helping. Musk has got to get back to his real job, so starting next month, he's only going to work for the government a couple of days a week. But listen to what Representative Jasmine Crockett had to say about him.
He is not only like very sinister and has no idea of what he's doing, and people are like, oh no, he absolutely knows because he's the richest man in the world. Like, yes, he knows how to hire smart people. And so he has inflicted so much harm and done so much that even Trump don't want to talk about it. When the last time you heard about Elon? So now they're like, oh, get rid of Elon. But let me tell you, the stench ain't getting off of you, Trump, honey. Like, you are a problem. He is a problem. Pete is a problem. All of y'all a problem.
In other Trump news, they also asked her. Jimmy Kimmel also asked her about beefs, and he was like, "You got a beef with everybody. You have a beef with Drake," and she was like, "If I did, I would be Kendrick. Know that." In other Trump news, 12 states are suing the administration, calling his tariffs illegal. They say only Congress has the power to impose them, not the president. The lawsuit argues Trump misused emergency powers meant for real emergencies, not trade wars. How about this, y'all? Scientists filming in West Africa spotted wild chimps drinking fermented fruit, so basically wine. And they were drinking it together and bonding while they drank. So this is the first time this kind of behavior has been caught on camera. And researchers think this might explain why humans developed the ability to process alcohol. So Cheers to the almost weekend. For information on these stories and more, go to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Them monkeys getting it in out there,
Right?
boys. All right, tonight, NFL draft goes down. Expect the Tennessee Titans to select quarterback Cam Ward out of Miami as the number 1 overall pick. Cleveland Browns has selection number 2. Heisman Trophy winner. They will probably take Travis Hunter, two-way player out of Colorado. The third pick goes to the New York Giants. They should get Abdul Carter, defensive beast mode out of Penn State. Expect running back Ashton Genty out of Boise State to go either 4 or 5. The big question is, where is quarterback Shedeur Sanders going to wind up? Somewhere in the first round, possibly, but we just don't know.
Right, when is that? Is that tonight?
That's tonight, man.
What time?
Man,
please text me. You don't never do.
Say, dog.
Super Dave, either y'all be.
Say, man, we be into it, dog.
I text you all the time. You don't reply.
Message.
Y'all don't never text like.
We got you, dog. Super Dave, let's
Man,
make
I be
sure.
watching my 600-pound life and forget about it.
All right, Shaquille O'Neal, the big Shaq Diesel, Superman himself, man, had an emergency on the set during a live show inside the NBA. He had to go number 2. He had to drop that bomb and couldn't wait.
The other thing about Kawhi is, you all right, big fella? You all right?
No.
Catching a cramp?
Go ahead, keep talking, Chuck.
Yeah, we're on TV.
I know what we're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's that olive oil you've been drinking.
I know.
Hey, take some matches with you.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. He can't hold it. After 40, he can't hold it no more.
That's the first.
He can't hold it.
So now check this out. Adult diaper brands are offering free product. You know Shaq.
Not for him to sit up there and do it on himself.
Yes, sir. You know he gonna turn this into a business deal, man. You know Shaq. He gonna Hey, don't be surprised
They ain't got
if you
nothing to
see
fit
him
Shaq.
endorsing
They ain't got no
Depends.
adult diapers fit Shaq.
They'll make some, dog.
They talk about me fold up a box spring.
Fold up a quilt. There it is, man. That's my quick sports report, man. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Briggity Tech got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Yeah, man, that made me think about what Garrett blew up the Stardome bathroom back there before the tea party.
Oh, no.
Boy, he went in there and laid it out, boy. That Stardome,
No, he did not.
The Comedy Club Stardome will never be the same. You have
never be
left
the
your
same.
mark. You are a legend. You need to have your own walk of fame at the
They
Stardome.
need to give me a diaper, hell.
Something.
Gary.
I'm glad I had spray last week under the last time. So.
Back in that dressing room.
Yeah, girl. It was an accident.
Went back there until he cleared that. Damn, Chris was looking like, what the hell?
And it's right in the front, too, where you can't not walk past it.
Yeah, honey, come May the 9th, honey. May the 9th is the next time. I'll be sure, honey, that I'll have some extra spray.
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh,
God,
Gary.
I'm sorry about that, Brett. What you
I
got
had
in
to
the hot
close the door.
spot?
That one bathroom right in the front of the dressing room.
And I tried to close the
But then
damn
it's
door,
right
hoping
by the
it would come
hallway,
out.
too. Oh,
The
no.
door wouldn't close. He didn't want to be a part of it.
Oh, good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more, so let's get off into it. Cardi B just gave us another update about her long-anticipated sophomore album during a recent chat with Billboard at Coachella. And here's what she had to say about that upcoming project.
Damn, I almost want to say my album's name because it really represents what it is. I feel like my album is messy. I feel like it's unexpected. I feel like it's something that is really not out right now. There's gonna be things that people do expect from me, and then there's gonna be things that are not expected from me. Like I've been heartbroken, and then I'm loving again.
Nice little tease.
Heartbreaking and loving again.
I think she should name the album Offset. That'll be good. Nice name.
Nah, whatever it's gonna be hot. I absolutely love Cardi B. She gonna kill it. Let's go.
You already know it's gonna be dope. She finna give us some good stuff because we ain't heard from her in a minute, man. She
We
gonna
ready.
lay that thing out.
Let's
we
go, Cardi B.
ready.
If Cardi B, come on the show. Let's promote your album. Let's talk about it because we'll play your new hit for real. I'd be more than happy to.
Yeah, man, that thing gonna be jamming. I already know. You know she ain't coming in half-stepping
Come
at
on,
all.
now.
Come
She's
on,
been through
now.
so much. Yes, sir.
Yep,
Let's go.
Yep. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. Before more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up, we got the Praise Mixdown with the White Stone. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.